Do your emotions get in the way of making the right decision? Have you ever felt like you're struggling to move forward because everything around you is pulling you back and making you tired? It can feel really tough, right? But remember, you're not the only one feeling this way. Many of us face these challenges, dealing with people and situations that seem to make us unhappy and less satisfied with life. So, what can we do? How can we handle these difficult times and still find real happiness and satisfaction? A good place to start is by thinking about the people in our lives and how they affect us. Do they make us feel good or bad? Asking this question can help us look closely at our relationships. Are we choosing to be around people who cheer us on, help us, and encourage us to grow? Or are we stuck with people who make us feel down and hurt our feelings and happiness? Let's start this journey of change together. Are you ready? Here, the teachings of Stoicism can guide us. Stoics believe that while we can't control what happens around us, we can control how we react to these events. This includes choosing who we spend our time with and setting limits in our relationships. By embracing Stoic ideas, we can better identify who truly supports us and helps us reach our full potential, and who may hold us back. This doesn't mean we have to cut everyone off. Instead, it's about setting healthy boundaries and building deeper, more meaningful relationships. It's about knowing our value and not sacrificing our beliefs just to make others happy. By doing this, we create a circle of friends who support us, challenge us, and help us become our best selves. It's important to take time to think about our relationships. What kind of vibe do they bring into our lives? How do we feel after we've been with them? These questions can help us judge our relationships and decide who we want to spend our time with. By actively choosing who we're close to and setting healthy boundaries, we're taking a big step toward a more satisfying and genuine life. We're taking control of our happiness and well-being. This is a way to affirm our true self and live in sync with our deepest values and dreams. Of course, this journey isn't always straightforward. It might take bravery and resolve to confront tough relationships and establish clear limits, but the benefits are significant. By moving away from harmful relationships and fostering more uplifting ones, we're setting the stage for a more rewarding and significant life. So, I encourage you to join me in this path of self-exploration and change. Think of time as a precious asset and energy as a limited treasure. We need to use both wisely to lead a satisfying and genuine life. However, in our fast-paced world, it's easy to forget this. We're often overwhelmed by demands from work, our personal lives, or everyday duties. In such situations, setting boundaries is vital. But what are personal boundaries? They are like lines that mark our personal space, covering our time, energy, and emotions. They protect us from exhaustion and help maintain our physical, emotional, and mental health. In a society that often values constant activity and overcommitment, setting boundaries is not selfishness, but a sign of self-respect and an acknowledgement of our own value. It means accepting what enriches us and brings us happiness, and rejecting what wears us out and causes stress. It's about understanding that to truly support others, we must first look after ourselves. Maintaining this balance of giving and receiving is crucial for our well-being and happiness. By setting clear and healthy boundaries, we lay the groundwork for deeper and more meaningful relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. The process starts with becoming aware of ourselves. We need to spend time reflecting on what we value, what we need, and what our priorities are. What matters to us? What are our aspirations? What makes us happy, and what makes us feel drained? These questions will guide us in determining the boundaries we need to establish in our lives. Once we know our boundaries, the next step is to communicate them clearly and confidently to others. This can be tough, especially if we tend to put others' needs first, or if we're worried about conflict. Yet, it's essential to be able to say no when needed, without feeling guilty or bad about it. Saying no isn't about rejecting someone personally. It's about standing up for our own limits and needs. By setting these boundaries, we give ourselves freedom and peace of mind. It puts us in charge of our lives and lets us decide how we want to spend our time and energy. We free ourselves from the burden of others' expectations and live in a way that aligns with our personal values and wishes. It's crucial to remember that life's quality isn't about how many tasks we complete, but about the richness of the experiences we choose to have. Setting boundaries helps us concentrate on what's truly important, allowing us to fully enjoy our lives. So, I encourage you to think about the boundaries you need to protect your time, energy, and mental health. Take control of your life by setting boundaries that lead you towards a more fulfilling and genuine existence. Remember, setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's an act of self-love and care. You deserve to prioritize your well-being. In today's world, our words carry great power. They can impact our surroundings and relationships for better or worse. Each word we say and each opinion we share can either connect us with others or drive us apart, build something up or tear it down. That's why it's essential to be mindful and wise when expressing our feelings and views. From a Stoic point of view, we realize that we have control over our thoughts and emotions, giving us a unique kind of freedom. This freedom allows us to choose thoughtful responses instead of reacting on impulse. We can pause to reflect and respond in ways that are helpful and respectful. In our modern digital era, where communication is quick and easy, it's also easy to miscommunicate and stir up conflict. It's simple to be swept up in the moment and say things we might regret. Therefore, it's important to be careful with our words, both online and offline, to maintain our important relationships and prevent harm. Empathy and understanding are crucial for genuine and respectful conversations. Even when we disagree with someone, we can share our opinions in a way that values and acknowledges the other person's views. Actively listening and trying to grasp someone else's perspective before we respond is a technique that can deepen our relationships and promote a sense of human connection. Think of our words like the water in a river, smooth and flexible, yet capable of causing harm if they flood. We must learn to direct our words thoughtfully, aware of their impact and our responsibility. It's important to consider not just what we say, but how we express it and the effects it has on others. In a society that prioritizes quickness and efficiency, we often overlook the importance of depth and quality in our interactions. Rather than just passing on information, we should aim to communicate in ways that are meaningful and enriching. This involves taking the time to really listen to others and sharing our own experiences openly and sincerely. Maintaining inner peace and striving to understand others before seeking to be understood ourselves can enhance our communication and our relationships. When there's a disagreement, choosing to respond with mutual respect and openness can pave the way for constructive discussions instead of shutting down potential dialogue. The Stoic way of handling disagreements underscores respect and the goal of achieving collective growth through conversation. Instead of viewing disagreements as a barrier, we see them as chances to learn and evolve together. This approach calls for humility and an openness to admit that we don't know everything and that we can gain from exchanging thoughts and experiences. Authentic communication comes from being open and brave. It involves the courage to share our real thoughts and emotions, even when they may be hard to express or receive. This openness helps us connect more deeply with others and find our own voice. Think of ourselves as gardeners of our words, selecting them carefully, just as a gardener nurtures their plants with patience, dedication, and purpose. We need to carefully foster our conversations with others. Every word we utter can sow seeds of love, understanding, and connection. Therefore, let's choose our words thoughtfully and with affection, aiming to grow relationships that are robust and flourishing. Love, this intricate and captivating emotion, has inspired poets, writers, and artists for ages. It is a potent force that can change lives, yet it can also lead to challenges and struggles. In the realm of Stoicism, love is more than just a spontaneous emotion. It is a deliberate and liberated action aimed at achieving happiness for oneself and the loved one. From the Stoic viewpoint, love is regarded as a dynamic that should be developed with insight and restraint. It means loving passionately, but in a manner that respects the freedom and independence of both individuals. It's about loving without trying to possess or control, but rather from a stance of mutual respect and appreciation for what makes each person unique. According to the Stoics, true love isn't restrictive or smothering, but instead it empowers and allows each individual to be their true selves. It's a type of love that doesn't try to hold on too tightly or control, but instead celebrates the independence and freedom of the other person. It involves loving openly and freely, without expecting anything back, except for the happiness and well-being of the person you love. To love freely is to love wisely. It means choosing to be together out of a sense of personal fulfillment rather than necessity. It recognizes that everyone is responsible for their own happiness and that love shouldn't be used to fill emotional gaps or meet selfish desires. The image of a bird illustrates this idea well. Just like a bird trapped in a cage loses its ability to fly, love that is possessive or controlling can restrict the other person's growth and freedom. Conversely, loving freely allows the other person to keep their independence and find their own way, while still sharing life's journey together. Stoics also acknowledge that love and relationships can evolve over time. Every moment together is cherished as a precious gift, yet there is also an understanding that nothing in life is permanent. This realization helps us love in a more genuine and detached way, appreciating the present without clinging to the past or fretting about the future. It's vital to develop a type of love that enhances the other person's life without fostering dependency. By sharing from a place of individual wholeness and celebrating each other's uniqueness, we can form healthy, enriching relationships that encourage us to grow and evolve into better versions of ourselves. We are called to love with an open heart, stay true to who we are, and seek relationships that make us feel more vibrant and joyful. When embraced consciously and freely, love can become a boundless source of joy and fulfillment. It's a valuable gift that we should cherish and develop with love, respect, and appreciation. On our journey of compassion and caring for others, we often encounter the challenge of balancing our desire to help with the necessity to look after ourselves. This balance, known as selective compassion, is key to keeping our emotional health and mental well-being while striving to make a positive change in the world. Selective compassion means being mindful and deliberate in our efforts to assist others. We realize that our energy and resources are finite. and therefore we need to make thoughtful choices about where and how to use them. This approach isn't about being uncaring or indifferent. It's about being practical regarding our abilities and priorities. Recognizing our limits is crucial to ensuring that we can have a meaningful impact without sacrificing our own health. As individuals, it's impossible for us to address every global issue or resolve every challenge we come across. By being selective in our actions, though, we can focus our energies where they will have the most impact and meaning. It's crucial to find a balance between providing effective help and maintaining our own mental and emotional stability. Diving too deeply into the problems of others without self-care can lead to emotional and physical burnout. Hence, it's important to establish healthy boundaries and learn to say no when necessary to maintain our well-being and our capacity to help over the long term. Sometimes, selective compassion involves acknowledging that we can't tackle everything. It's like using a flashlight to focus light precisely where it's needed, rather than turning on every light in the room. This approach doesn't mean we ignore other issues. Rather, it recognizes that our efforts are more impactful when they are focused and intentional. The danger of burning out is significant if we overextend ourselves beyond what our resources and abilities can handle. As we aim to positively influence others' lives, we must also remember to look after our own well-being. This could mean taking breaks, seeking support when necessary, and setting clear limits in our interactions. Being healthy ourselves is essential to effectively assisting others. If we neglect our own health and well-being, our ability to help others will ultimately suffer. Hence, prioritizing self-care isn't self-centered. It's an essential aspect of our capacity to meaningfully contribute to the well-being of others. Discriminating compassion enables us to maintain resilience and wellness, empowering us to sustain a positive influence in the long run. By judiciously selecting our acts of assistance, we can evade burnout and remain committed to our endeavors and communities for the long term. This approach enables us to be a consistent and dependable source of support for those who need us. Selective compassion encourages us to think about our role and ability to assist in the world. It reminds us that being compassionate isn't just about giving everything we have, but about maintaining a sustainable balance that allows us to continuously be a force for good. By focusing on deliberate action and self-care, we can develop a form of compassion that lasts over time and benefits both ourselves and others. In our lives, the people we interact with play a crucial role in our well-being and personal growth. Every interaction and relationship impacts us, for better or worse. From birth, we are shaped by the influence of those around us, and this influence persists throughout our lives. From the Stoic viewpoint, we recognize the significance of self-discipline and the quest for inner peace amid external turmoil. This philosophy teaches us that while we cannot control the behavior or attitudes of others, we can control our reactions to them. It is within this realm of self-discipline that we find true freedom and tranquility. One of the most courageous choices we can make is to distance ourselves from toxic relationships. These relationships can act like an anchor, weighing us down and hindering our growth. By liberating ourselves from these negative influences, we create space for healthier, more supportive relationships that enable us to achieve our highest potential. Recognizing and eliminating negative influences from our lives requires honesty and self-reflection. We must summon the courage to scrutinize ourselves and acknowledge the effects certain individuals and circumstances have on our well-being. While this process can be challenging and occasionally uncomfortable, It is indispensable for our ongoing growth and fulfillment. Consider visualizing people as either tranquil rivers or destructive storms in our lives. Positive individuals are like serene rivers that nourish and sustain us, while toxic people are like storms that pull us down and deplete our energy. It's vital to choose to be around people who uplift and motivate us, rather than those who bring us down. Using the analogy of a garden can also help explain the process of cultivating our social circles. Just as a gardener diligently removes weeds to protect their plants, we too should weed out harmful influences to allow healthy and positive relationships to thrive. Eliminating toxic friends isn't just an act of self-care, it's a step towards self-discovery and a more peaceful life. By distancing ourselves from relationships that burden us, we open the door to new possibilities and experiences that promote our growth and flourishing. It's important to critically assess the influence of the people in our lives, considering how they affect our well-being and personal growth. We should ask ourselves if those around us are enabling us to become our best selves, or if they are restricting our potential and holding us back. Finally, we are urged to actively make changes to our social circles to improve our quality of life. This might mean setting firm boundaries with harmful individuals, seeking out new friends who inspire and support us, and nurturing meaningful relationships that aid us in achieving our aspirations and dreams. Remember, our lives are too valuable to spend on relationships that don't support our growth or nourish us. Life is filled with challenges and obstacles that may seem daunting at first, but actually offer unique chances for personal growth and resilience. Drawing on Stoic philosophy, we can face these challenges with bravery and resolve, transforming them into stepping stones towards becoming stronger and more resilient. Stoics believe that adversity is not a barrier, but a fundamental part of life. Each challenge presents an opportunity to show our flexibility and strength. Rather than giving into despair, we can use these tough times as catalysts to enhance our personal development. A key to building resilience is to shift how we view obstacles. Rather than seeing them as insurmountable problems, Stoics suggest we look at them as chances for learning and growth. Each challenge poses a critical question that pushes us to think creatively, find innovative solutions, and discover new strengths within ourselves. Acceptance is key in this journey. While our instinct might be to resist hardships and wish they'd go away, true wisdom comes from understanding that challenges are a natural part of life. By embracing this reality, we can alleviate needless suffering and concentrate on how to grow and prosper even in tough times. Every challenge carries valuable lessons. Whether it's through pain, failure, or loss, we can uncover deep insights about ourselves and our surroundings. These lessons help us recognize our strengths and weaknesses and foster a deeper appreciation for life's beauty and its fragility. Experiencing hardship not only boosts our self-knowledge, but also fortifies our emotional fortitude. Mastering how to control our feelings during difficult periods helps us stay composed and concentrated when stressed. This ability is crucial for building resilience, as it equips us to tackle obstacles with focus and resolve. Every time we overcome tough situations, we become stronger and tougher. Facing our fears and testing our limits makes us more sure of what we can do and readies us for future problems. This change helps us live with more confidence and a clear purpose, knowing we can handle anything that comes our way. Finally, embracing a Stoic perspective enables us to turn fear and uncertainty into strength and clarity. Rather than allowing fear to immobilize us, we can channel it as a motivator to act with courage and determination. Uncertainty doesn't intimidate us. Instead, it propels us to discover our inner truth and advance confidently towards the future. In our life's journey, we learn the crucial lesson of prioritizing ourselves and being true to who we are, a notion that resonates with Stoic principles. This approach isn't about being selfish, but is essential for realizing our full potential and becoming a stronger, more balanced version of ourselves. Being authentic and honest in our interactions is critical for developing robust and meaningful relationships. From a Stoic viewpoint, authenticity means staying true to ourselves and living in alignment with our values and principles. Acting authentically builds trust and mutual respect, which strengthens our connections with others. Self-care is a fundamental aspect of authenticity. Picture a glass of water. It must be full before it can share its contents with others. Similarly, we need to attend to our own needs before we can effectively support and care for others. This isn't selfishness. It's a practice of wisdom and responsibility. Creating healthy boundaries is essential to this philosophy. The ability to say no when necessary not only preserves our well-being, but also clarifies expectations, which helps cultivate more genuine and respectful relationships. You've now reached the halfway point of this video. Congratulations on your commitment to becoming a better version of yourself, and I kindly ask you to leave a comment below. It really supports my channel. If you're unsure what to say, simply type "time-tested advice" to let me know you've made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content like this. Remember, it's okay to not do everything. Prioritizing ourselves sometimes is perfectly fine. Small daily acts of self-care and personal choices are crucial. Allowing ourselves to rest without feeling guilty, enjoying activities that make us happy, and maintaining honesty in our relationships are vital practices that help us nurture authenticity and bolster our self-esteem and overall well-being. The benefits of prioritizing our needs extend beyond our personal health. By taking good care of ourselves, we foster an environment that encourages others to do the same. Our authenticity and dedication to self-care motivate those around us to take steps toward enhancing their own lives. From the Stoic viewpoint, authenticity and self-care are more than personal goals. They are fundamental to a fulfilling life, both for ourselves and for others. By staying true to our values and taking care of our needs, we improve our own well-being and also make a positive impact on the well-being of those around us. In essence, adopting a Stoic approach to prioritizing ourselves and being authentic involves understanding the importance of caring for our own health and emotional well-being, setting healthy boundaries, and living in line with our values and principles. By doing this, we not only become stronger and more balanced individuals, but we also positively influence the world around us. Gratitude is an exceptionally powerful practice to integrate into our daily lives. It extends beyond merely saying thanks. It's a deep recognition of the people, experiences, and small details that form our lives. Practicing gratitude changes our outlook, transforming challenges into chances for growth and helping us appreciate the present. Picture this. You wake up, and instead of being swept up by the day's concerns, you take a moment to feel thankful for the gift of life. You see the morning light streaming through the window and appreciate the new day brimming with possibilities. This simple act of gratitude can influence your entire day, altering how you handle difficulties and interact with people. We can make gratitude a part of our everyday life by noticing the little blessings, such as a warm smile or the scent of morning coffee. Each moment offers a chance to acknowledge and cherish the beauty around us. This not only enriches our own experiences, but also enhances our relationships, as showing gratitude can deepen our connections with others. Even during tough times, gratitude can shine through like a beacon. Every challenge or hardship teaches us something valuable, contributing to our personal growth. Rather than focusing on what we lack, we can find happiness in what we have. This type of emotional and spiritual resilience improves our flexibility, helps us adapt to various situations, and strengthens our ties with others and the universe. One of the most effective ways to foster gratitude is by starting each day with a moment to reflect and give thanks. This simple daily practice can profoundly shift our lives towards more light, peace, and fulfillment. As we make gratitude a regular part of our routine, we begin to see it not just as an occasional exercise, but as a philosophy for life, a constant journey that teaches us to cherish every moment and breath. Gratitude encourages us to embark on a personal path of recognition and appreciation. It reminds us that life brims with small marvels to uncover, and that each experience, whether good or bad, can enrich our lives. By adopting a grateful mindset, we open ourselves to the richness around us, altering our view of life and enhancing our interactions with the world and other people. A key aspect of Stoic philosophy is living fully in the present. Concentrating on the present moment allows us to experience life more intensely. It makes us more mindful, effective, and focused in our daily activities and decisions. However, one major obstacle to living in the moment is our mind's natural tendency to wander. This constant mental distraction pulls us away from the present and diminishes our enjoyment of life. Acknowledging this tendency is the first step in liberating ourselves from preoccupations with the past and future. Engaging in practices like meditation and mindfulness provides potent tools to enhance our ability to stay present and fully engage with life. Mindfulness teaches us to enjoy each moment and stay calm and clear-headed. By paying full attention to the present, we improve our relationships and handle life's challenges better. Being fully engaged when we are with others helps us form deeper and more genuine connections. One of the best parts about living in the moment is noticing the beauty and thankfulness in everyday life. When we truly focus on the here and now, even the smallest things can be meaningful and bring us happiness and gratitude. It's also important to know that being mindful and present doesn't just help us, it makes the world a better place. By being focused and positive in the moment, we spread good vibes that inspire others to do the same. Being flexible and adaptable is essential in life, especially when facing tough times. These qualities help us manage change smoothly and stay strong when things don't go as planned. Flexibility and adaptability mean understanding that we can't control everything and accepting that some things are out of our hands. This acceptance helps us stop worrying about what we can't change and focus on our reactions. Instead of being overwhelmed by uncontrollable events, we can make choices that are positive and helpful. Having a positive attitude when facing problems is key to being flexible and adaptable. Viewing tough times as chances to improve and get stronger helps us tackle challenges with enthusiasm and hope. Think of every difficulty as a surprise test from life, giving us a chance to learn and grow. Being flexible means keeping an upbeat outlook even when things are tough, pushing us to find creative solutions and alternatives when big problems arise. Instead of getting bogged down by hard times, we learn to adjust and keep going with resolve. A great way to understand flexibility is to think of bamboo. Bamboo bends with the wind but doesn't break, showing how important it is to adapt without losing who we are. Like bamboo, we should be able to bend with life's changes without giving up our core strength. Practicing flexibility and adaptability builds our emotional strength, helping us stay calm and carry on even when times are hard. By focusing on our ability to face difficulties with a positive and determined mindset, we can discover strength in our capacity to adapt and grow from these experiences. In everyday life, it's beneficial to practice being flexible and adaptable in various situations. Every hurdle we encounter is a chance to improve these skills, helping us handle difficulties with more calmness and resilience. Flexibility and adaptability are like superpowers today, equipping us to deal with challenges resiliently and optimistically, ready for anything that might come our way. Essentially, being flexible and adaptable helps us tackle life's challenges smoothly, turning tough times into chances for personal growth and enabling us to find inventive solutions even in the hardest situations. Striving for self-sufficiency and independence leads us towards true happiness and inner peace. For the Stoics, self-sufficiency wasn't just about covering basic needs. It meant achieving happiness and peace from within, without relying too much on others' approval or assistance. This kind of self-reliance brings emotional stability, allowing us to face life's challenges with calmness and internal strength. On the journey to self-sufficiency, we aim to cultivate strong personal traits like fairness, bravery, and steadiness. Emotional independence helps us meet external challenges without getting upset by them. It doesn't mean we cut ourselves off from the world, but rather that we find the strength within to remain firm even during tough times. We cherish our relationships and experiences, yet we don't rely on them for our happiness. Instead, our lasting happiness comes from an attitude of acceptance and gratitude for life's simpler pleasures. Self-sufficiency, therefore, is a journey of exploring who we are and growing personally, which ultimately helps us achieve true happiness and inner peace. This journey encourages us to look inward, develop qualities like strength, wisdom, and kindness, and create a life that's true to ourselves and balanced. As we advance along this path, we grow into more complete and aware individuals, ready to face life's challenges with confidence and calm. In philosophy, adopting a mindset of emotional detachment is key to finding inner peace and wisdom. Detachment doesn't involve suppressing or ignoring our feelings, but rather observing them impartially and maintaining our focus on our long-term values and objectives. The initial step towards emotional detachment involves understanding that our feelings are temporary and don't define our entire reality. Often, we let our emotions guide our actions and decisions. However, with a detached mindset, we can watch our emotions without getting wrapped up in them, allowing them to pass without holding on to them. A powerful way to reach emotional detachment is through mindfulness. This technique keeps us focused on the present, helping us recognize our emotions without judging or reacting right away. Instead of being overwhelmed by our feelings, we can take a step back and decide how to respond carefully. Additionally, emotional detachment involves viewing our experiences and situations with a neutral perspective. Rather than seeing things through the lens of our fleeting emotions, we learn to observe them clearly and objectively. This clarity helps us make decisions that align with our long-term values, rather than making hasty choices influenced by temporary emotions. A significant benefit of emotional detachment is that it keeps us focused on our goals and values, regardless of emotional ups and downs. It prevents our emotions from sidetracking or disheartening us, allowing us to keep a clear vision of our priorities and continue with determination. Moreover, emotional detachment builds our resilience against adversity. By not overly identifying with our emotions, we avoid falling into despair or hopelessness when challenges arise. Instead, we remain calm and confident, equipped to tackle any obstacles we encounter. Another benefit of emotional detachment is that it enhances our relationships with others. By controlling our emotional reactions, we communicate more effectively and solve conflicts in a constructive manner. Also, being emotionally self-sufficient means we don't rely on others for our happiness or fulfillment, leading to more mature and stable relationships. In essence, mastering emotional detachment is a crucial skill for achieving inner peace and wisdom in daily life. It teaches us to notice our emotions without getting caught up in them, maintaining a clear view of our long-term goals and values. This clarity helps us make wise decisions, strengthens our resilience, and enriches our relationships. Engaging in introspection and gaining self-knowledge are vital components of Stoicism and play a significant role in our personal and emotional growth. These practices encourage us to examine our inner selves, exploring our feelings, thoughts, and motives to better understand ourselves and our surroundings. Introspection involves deep reflection on our emotional and mental landscapes, helping us spot patterns and understand the origins of our feelings and actions. This reflection enhances our self-awareness, revealing our strengths and areas needing improvement, which is fundamental for our personal development. Self-knowledge allows us to uncover what truly motivates us, guiding our actions and decisions. With a clear understanding of our motivations, we can make choices that align with our values and long-term aspirations. Mindfulness is a key technique for fostering introspection and self-knowledge. By maintaining awareness of the present moment, we can observe our thoughts and experiences without immediate judgment, leading to better mental and emotional clarity. This supports our journey of self-discovery and introspection. Another helpful strategy is maintaining a reflection journal where we jot down our daily thoughts, feelings, and occurrences. By consistently writing and reflecting on these entries, we deepen our self-awareness and uncover insights that guide our emotional development. Therapy is another effective approach to enhance introspection and self-knowledge. Working with a professional therapist allows us to delve deeper into our mental and emotional layers, identify harmful patterns, and create effective strategies for improvement. By fostering introspection and self-awareness, we nurture a more understanding and compassionate relationship with ourselves. We learn to embrace our flaws and treat ourselves with kindness and care. This builds our emotional resilience and equips us to handle life's challenges with more serenity and clarity. On the Stoic path, developing mental and emotional resilience is crucial. It involves strengthening our inner fortitude to confront life's hurdles with grit and persistence. This resilience enables us to stay determined and focused, even in tough times, without letting challenges deter or overwhelm us. Mental and emotional resilience also means mastering how to manage stress, uncertainty, and adversity in constructive ways. It helps us stay composed during crises, seeking solutions rather than succumbing to despair. This resilience is about discipline and self-control, learning to direct our emotions and energies towards positive outcomes. Key to building resilience is the practice of acceptance and adaptability in tough situations. Instead of resisting or bemoaning the unchangeable, we accept things as they are and find ways to adapt and advance. This mindset reduces unnecessary suffering and helps us focus our efforts on aspects within our control. Another important ability is handling failure and criticism in a positive way. Rather than getting discouraged by setbacks, we see them as opportunities to learn and improve. We recognize that failure is a normal part of the journey to success and stay dedicated to moving forward, even when faced with challenges. Gratitude is another vital component in building mental and emotional resilience. By appreciating what we have, rather than fixating on what we lack, we foster a sense of thankfulness and contentment. This attitude of gratitude empowers us emotionally, equipping us to tackle difficulties with bravery and a positive outlook. It's important to set good boundaries and be okay with saying no when necessary. This keeps our mental and emotional health safe by stopping us from overloading ourselves and feeling swamped. Putting our needs and self-care first is crucial for maintaining our mental and emotional strength over the long term. Incorporating practices like meditation and mindfulness also supports the development of mental and emotional resilience. These practices help us maintain calm and focus, enhancing our capacity to manage stress and respond to life's challenges effectively. Adopting a positive mindset goes beyond mere optimism. It entails embracing the belief that every occurrence unfolds for our ultimate benefit. This perspective encourages us to uncover silver linings in every circumstance and perceive obstacles as opportunities for self-improvement and development. Embracing a positive attitude helps us shift our focus from dwelling on problems to finding solutions. This change in outlook can significantly affect our ability to manage life's obstacles. For example, instead of being overwhelmed by frustration during tough times, someone with a positive mindset might ponder, "What can this teach me?" or "How can I do better in the future?" This proactive approach not only aids in overcoming current hurdles, but also equips us for future difficulties. Furthermore, positive thinking is instrumental in developing our resilience. Think of resilience as a muscle that gets stronger the more it is exercised. Each time we maintain a positive stance in the face of hardship, we bolster our resilience. This doesn't mean we ignore our emotions or pretend everything is fine when it isn't. It's about recognizing our emotions while also remembering our capability to overcome and find solutions. The role of self-compassion in this process is also vital. Being gentle with ourselves, particularly in challenging times, is essential. Show yourself the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a close friend. This means not being overly critical or dwelling excessively on your mistakes. Acknowledge that everyone faces struggles and that imperfection is part of being human. Moreover, personal development is an ongoing process. There is always more to learn about ourselves and new ways to enhance our lives. This path has no end, but involves continuous improvement, day by day. So, celebrate small victories, acknowledge your progress, and persist with optimism and commitment. Embrace the power of positive thinking, bolster your resilience, cultivate self-compassion, and commit to lifelong learning. These habits not only enhance your personal well-being, but also radiate positivity to those around you. Persevere in your journey, keep evolving, and cherish every stride forward as it brings you closer to a more fulfilling and joyful existence. These methods help us learn to keep our minds focused on what's happening right now, helping us let go of worries about the past or future that might lower our resilience. By practicing staying present and grounded in each moment, we improve our ability to handle challenges calmly and clearly. Thanks for being with us on this path to personal growth and inner strength. If you found any part of this message useful, please like and comment to help others find it too. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our upcoming videos, and check out our existing videos. You might find something valuable. Have a great day. As always, until next time.